Good morning. This is Daily Hebrew Declarations with Daniel Jedediah Cook, and I'm reading the declaration for today, January the 25th, 2021. The three Hebrew letters we're honoring today are Mem, Mem final, and Shin. Along with those three living letters, we're also honoring the spirit of understanding and the spirit of might. The declaration today reads this: mysteries, secrets, riddles, secret treasure bearer, the oracle, keeper of mystery suspended in deep waters, the place of action where we hear the word of Yahweh and allowing that word to change us to become more like Him. Now, the imagery of today's declaration has just really had me messed up. I'm not going to lie to you, there have been some things going on in my body here lately that have been bugging me a bit, but the way that I keep looking at them is that it began because of a situation that came up that was a good situation. It was a good thing, but it affected my body when I got the opportunity to do it. And it affected it in such a way that I felt like there was just such a heavy weight of glory. And since then, I've had some, funny enough, issues in my body that responded to that. And so I'm not sure exactly. The only thing that I keep seeing and hearing inside of my spirit is that Yahweh is reworking me for His glory. And I don't know exactly what all that means. Just say this, that we talk about this place of the mysteries, the secrets, the riddles. And we talk about being the treasure bearer, the oracle, the keeper of the mystery suspended in deep waters. And, each of us have these things that we may go through, not only in the outside, but also in our bodies as well. And I just want to be transparent with you guys. That's all. I want you to know and ask for your prayer in the midst of all of this, because I'm seeing this change going on inside of my body that's beautiful. It's not a bad thing. However, what I want to dig into in this place has to do with what Michelle said in here and the imagery that she created. The mysteries, the secrets, the riddles, the secret treasure bearer. In other words, that could be taken a couple of different ways. The secret treasure bearer. In other words, the hidden treasure bearer. And there's an aspect of this that is beautiful. When we take of the treasures that Yahweh has given us, His word, His place inside of us where He speaks those to those direct things. I think about the Song of Solomon and the conversations that the out of the Song of Solomon, where the bride and the bridegroom are discussing back and forth, and they begin to tell the deep, intimate things of one another, and will explain how it makes them feel in that place. And you see, this is the kind of things that we're talking about. To me, everything is about relationship. Everything is about knowing Him, including all these things that are going on. When I look into His face, then nothing else really matters. And so I choose not to stop looking into His face, because in that one place, then all the things that go on outside of that are totally irrelevant. I think about Peter, who when Yeshua was walking on the water, we've heard that story quite a few times, but when Yeshua was walking on the water and Peter says, I want to come out to you. And Peter began to walk on the water out there to Yeshua, and then got distracted and began to sink. Now, there's 100 different ways and 100 different things and 100 different reasons why many people say that Peter began to sink there. But, Yeshua reached out His hand, grabbed him, and he was able to walk on the water with Yeshua from that point on until they got into the boat. But you see, there's a place in all of that wherein Yahweh has really made us to be just like that. Yeshua, these mysteries, these miracles that He did were not meant to be just something that we could say, oh wow, that was awesome, that was something outside, but that it's something that we can do. But there's one thing that cries out more than anything else to me with regards to that. When I have to walk on the water, if Yahweh has me to walk on the water, then I'll walk on the water. I am not going to judge or think or say that I am not enough because I can't walk on the water right now, I will not do it. I can't do it. My relationship is not about, I don't have to say, Yahweh, if you really love me, you'll let me go walk on this water. You'll let me go do this. Yahweh, if you love me, no. My only expression is, Father, I love you and I want to see your face. If the path that you're taking me has to do with me walking on the water, then so be it. But I'm not looking for walking on the water. I'm not looking for finances. I'm not looking for this. I'm not looking for that. You know, do I need those things? Yes. Do I need to walk on the water? Maybe, maybe not. Do I need finances? Well, sure. Do we all need things in our lives that are necessary? Yes. But look at the trees, look at the fields, look at the flowers in the very fields of grass. And don't they have everything that they need? Hasn't Yahweh already given us his yud inside of us, that measure of faith? And that little measure of faith contains all that there is, his promises and his fullness inside of us? Yes. See, that's the place where we live. The oracle, the keeper of mysteries, suspended in deep waters. Now, this was the imagery that really messed with me today. The oracle, the keeper, or the oracle keeper of mysteries, suspended in deep waters. You see, in this place of the mysteries, there are some things that Yahweh's going to give just us. But then there are many things that need to be shared, because each one of us have a treasure. I've got a way of describing that, because Yahweh had showed me a vision one time where these puzzle pieces came together, and I'm really cutting into it a lot because there's so much more depth there that I could share with you guys, but don't have enough time on today's podcast. But let me just give you the quick version of this, where these puzzle pieces had blood vessels of light inside of them. And when other puzzle pieces connected up to the puzzle piece, then those blood vessels of light would connect perfectly with the next puzzle piece. And as it did, the treasure inside of this puzzle piece began to flow inside of this. The treasures inside of this puzzle piece began to flow in the other. And everyone that was connected shared of that treasure. Now, to me, that was a beautiful expression of the very thing that we talked about for years, because to me, it helped me make sense to that scripture that said, to him who is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we could ask or think. Now, why? Oh, but it was Yahweh that puts the puzzle pieces together. It's Yahweh that connects us in with one another. It's Yahweh that gives each one of us a treasure, and that treasure is meant to be shared. And in that place of the sharing of the treasure of each one of us, then now there's this exceedingly abundantly above all that we could ask or think. You see, it's not about an individual thing. This has to be a one new man, a corporate place where we come together in the fullness of Yahweh, and we because we all are looking to him and looking into his face and becoming what we behold. And we hear the word of Yahweh and allowing that word to change us and become more like him. And as it does, then we connect with one another and we see how each one of us are a facet of Yahweh that needs to be shared at the same time, because each one of us are that unique place that allows for the light of Yahweh to shine forth. And the beauty of the diamond of Yahweh will be able to show out. Now, those of you that don't know what I'm talking about when I say the diamond of Yahweh, you'll have to go back on some of the few podcasts, but I talk about how an analogy of the way that I like to describe Yahweh, and that is as a diamond, because each one of us are different facets. And as his light passes through that diamond, which is really out of the center of that diamond, it not only reflects the light, but it also refracts the light. So now we have the 7 colors of the rainbow, the 7 spirits of the Lord that dance and bounce off of each facet. And it's as it bounces off of each facet, I'm a facet, you're a facet. As it bounces off of each facet, it shows the beautiful, brilliant, fiery dance of the color and of the beauty and of the majesty of Almighty Yahweh. You see, it's in this places where we are, the oracle, the keeper of mysteries, suspended in deep waters. I love that picture right there, the suspended in deep waters, the place where we hover in the deep. You see, the deep cries unto deep, and as that place of the deep, we're suspended in the midst of these deep waters. We live in these deep waters. We in Him we live and move and have our being in these deep waters, because we are in Him and He is in us.